Hi, distinguished fellow. My name is Tim Kolawaye, your value enhancement coach, and by the grace of God, the president of Strong Nation. Strong Nation is a global enlightenment system, the citadel of new knowledge with the mission to impact every sphere of human existence. I welcome you today to Wisdom Springs, your monthly enlightenment series. And in this episode, I'll be sharing with you what I caption Proffering Solution to Unemployment Headache. I would love to start by asking a few questions. Number one, why are most of the leading pastors today stupendously rich and wealthy? The answer is simply because of their ministerial skill and gifts. Some of them are gifted in the area of oration. They know how to speak with grace. They know how to speak with impact. And others are endued with the gift of healing, working of miracles, gifts of prophecy, and what have you. While others are equipped with the skill of administration. You see, it is impossible for someone to have all of these spectacular virtues working in his life and will not be impactful and successful. The second question is like the first. Why are most of the leading singers and musicians around the world today also rich and wealthy? It is because of their outstanding skill and gift in the area of singing and song composition. You may also want to know the origin of most of these big global companies and corporations. They all have their sources from one form of economic idea or from one form of monetizable skill or gifts or the other. Now, if the place of skill, gifts, and economic idea is this significant to a life of impact, then it may interest you to know where these valuable virtues are domiciled. Now, before I address this, it will interest you to know that most of the talented, the gifted singers that I mentioned earlier, they all sprang forth from one church denomination or the other. Most of the talented singers you see out there were stolen from the church. I will also want to buttress my point by giving a quote from the book of Bishop David Oyedepo, which is titled Winning War Against Poverty, which says that the technological advancement in North America and the Industrial Revolution in Europe were battered on the platform of Reformation. You see, the Industrial Revolution in Europe was the direct impact of Martin Luther's Reformation. God celebrated the 100th anniversary of the Azusa Street revival in California. The emergence of the American nation began from this particular revival. You see, all of these scenarios are indications which are pointing to the fact that the platform of Mount Zion is the distribution center for fascinating skill, captivating gift, and spectacular economic ideas, as scripted in the principal book, that upon the platform of Mount Zion, the seed of Jacob shall possess their possessions. You see, there is something spectacular about this particular platform called Mount Zion. It is a very prominent platform. It is the mountain of influence. It is the mountain of enlightenment where all the virtues that makes for greatness are transmitted. You see, you may not know how big this particular platform is until you research the book of Isaiah chapter 2. It is the mountain that will instruct all the sphere of human influence. It is also the same mountain that all the nations of the world will resort to for solution. It is also important for you to know that it is not all skill, gifts, and talents that are inborn. Most of them we contacted at different points of our lives, and we don't even know where. You see, the platform of Mount Zion is the distribution center of most of these highly valuable virtues. Remember that the creativity skill that was upon Bezalel was not inborn. Rather, it was transmitted unto him on the platform of Mount Zion. And this is how this particular kingdom operates, the kingdom of Mount Zion. As scripted, that the kingdom of heaven is like a man, a traveler, going into a far country, and he calls his servant and deliver unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and unto the other he gave 2 talents, and unto another he gave 1, according to their several abilities. Now, the Luke version of this particular parable instructed those servants to occupy till he comes. Yes, by them simply trading their God-given talents. To check the etymology of the word occupation, you will discover that it was derived from the word occupy. This is how this kingdom communicates our various occupation unto us, simply via occupational skill and gift impartation. When he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive, and he gave gifts unto men. By the grace of God, it is on this wise that we intend to put an end to the unemployment headache that is ravaging our nation and the world at large. Because if you can give a man a transactable skill, you have invariably given him a vocation. And if you can give to a man a transactable gift, you have invariably given him a career. Are there not handful number of men and women, celebrities out there, who are impacting their world today via their God-given skill and gifts? Now, can I ask you a very sincere question at this point? The career that you are in right now, are you gifted for it? Now, if this is your ideal career, then it should be crowned with the right career skill or gift. You see, there is no vocation, no occupation on the earth without its own specific career gift. As a matter of fact, you don't really have a compelling career yet until you encounter your career skill or gifts. Without these virtues, the best that you can do is to run a very passive career, because these are the virtues that brand your career even to the world out there. I remember on the 6th of January 2020, this year, God showed me that he is shifting me from the realm of merely impacting knowledge to the realm of impartation of fascinating skill, captivating gift, and spectacular, striking economic ideas. Therefore, as you listen to the uncommon wisdom of God proceeding from my lips right now, expect certain realities to come alive in you in the form of fascinating skill, captivating gifts, and striking economic ideas. Although government creates jobs here and there for its citizens, but this is secondary and it should not be mistaken for a primary responsibility. You see, the primary responsibility of any government is to create an enabling environment where the ideas, the talent, the skill, the gifts of its citizens can flourish. You see, there is the danger that is associated to a government trying majorly to create jobs for its citizens. Now, if a government creates round hole job for square-shaped citizens, how will this fit? Now, this is the reason for boredom and lack of productivity in our workplaces. You see citizens, going out every morning to their various places of work to do the job in which they have no any form of connection with. The place of passion is lacking here because they are not wired for that kind of job. Whereas every man will always walk like a spirit whenever he or she is connected to the job that he is wired for. Can I let you into a secret right now? You see, it is a reformer from the platform of Mount Zion that is saddled with the exceptional responsibility of job creation. It operates just like the system of photosynthesis which we learned in biology, whereby all green plants manufacture their food whenever they are exposed to the sunlight. In the same vein, whenever the human spirit is exposed to intense enlightenment, whenever the human mind is exposed to the light of reformation, it will always bud forth with striking economic ideas, with fascinating skill, with captivating gifts. And this is actually what builds a nation. Now let me explain. Every nation thrives on the economy, and the economy is built on the various industry within that particular nation. Then you will discover that every industry originates from any of these three virtues: ideas, skill, and talent, or you may call it gifts. Hardly can you mention one industry that did not originate from any of these three virtues. Now, this is what makes a reformer an instrument of national transformation, because these are the virtues which they carry for transmission on the platform of Mount Zion. Paul said, "I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gifts, to the end that you may be established." You see, whenever God is said to establish the economy of any nation, he sends to that nation a reformer, as it is scripted in the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 8. God sent a word unto Jacob, and it had lighted upon Israel. This is God sending the light of reformation unto one man in order to light upon the citizen of that particular nation, so as to effect mental revolution. You see, when the citizen of a nation becomes mentally productive, they will rise up with vehement strength in order to transform their nation. It is therefore time to embrace the job creation methodology of the kingdom. Expose the mind of your citizens to intense enlightenment, and you will birth a mental revolution, just like the impact of the Azusa Street revival in California on North America. Expose the mind of your citizens to the light of reformation, and you will transform the nation in no time. Believe me earnestly, this is the same system that will birth the coming industrial revolution. No one should stand idle again in the marketplace, because there are more than enough compatible, suitable, and durable jobs for everyone in this particular vineyard. When he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive, and he gave gifts unto men. He gave talents unto men. He gave skills unto men. I long that I may see you in order to impact some spiritual gift. You see, anything spiritual is all about supernatural, is captivating, is fascinating because of the spiritual nature of the gift. Therefore, if you are interested, via impartation, receive your captivating skill right now, just like Bezalel. Receive your fascinating gifts right now. Receive your career ideas. Let them come alive in you right now. You see, it was only one occupational gift that came upon Joseph, and he transformed the economic situation of the kingdom of Egypt. Just one perfect vocational gift is more than enough to transform the economic destiny of this nation. Now tell me, how can a nation move forward without the active contribution of gifted and highly skilled men? In closing, there's a good news. Nigeria had been chosen as the spiritual headquarters that will host the next worldwide spiritual revival. Therefore, never mind the killings, never mind the hardship, never mind the persecution. You see, persecution is the most fertile ground upon which giants emerge. You see, all of these challenges are the signs that precede a mighty move of God on the earth. And I tell you, this particular move is going to impact on every sphere of human influence. Wow, it's so nice talking with you. Once again, my name is Tim Kolawaye, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in the next episode. For now, I say bye.